Hello, and this is my Twitter Whacker homework assignment. Okay, here we go. This is sort of like a mirror of the Sinatra intro assignment, where I've reused a lot of the code and setup. So jump right into it. I created this model called Post, which will basically has two columns. String first, string a second, which is basically grabbing the first word from the user and the second word from the user. And my Twitter Whacker class, which will, when the object is created, it connects with through the Twitter gem to connect to the Twitter API using my keys. I have 3 hashes here: contain both, contain first, contain second, which, as you can imagine, captures the whether or not they contain both words, the first word or the second word. So how I set this up is I grab the key will be the Twitter handle's username, and the value will be the actual tweet itself. So I first did a search for the first word in English as a language, and result type I chose recent because the two other options were mixed or popular, and I found that they, in all cases, they returned always 100, which, for testing purposes or just to see for me whether or not I can get different scores, I chose recent. So if for the first word, if it does not include the second word, then I want to add it to my key value pair in contain first. Vice versa for the second. If it does not contain the first word, then I want to add it to my contain second hash. And then for contain both, I did not put that conditional in. So then it adds every tweet that contains both the first and second word. Down here we have some encapsulation methods, which I just return the hash of the first word, second, both. And here we have our get index, which is when tweets contain both words given by the user, I simply just return the size of our hash. And then the product, which states that it's the number of uniquely contained number of tweets that uniquely contain the first word and not the second, and vice versa. For the second contains the second word but not the first word, and the product of that multiplied together gives us our Twitter Whack score, which I returned here. So if we go to our app.rb, first we save the user's given input, then redirect it to our results page, which will post.all grab the length -1, which basically grabs the most recent post, the last input given by the user. So when you type something in, hit submit, you get that's what you get. Twitter creates an object which will essentially initialize that Twitter gem connection to the Twitter API client. The Twitter API, and then search will basically then is our instance method, which will then query the API for those 2 words as specified. So to give a demonstration, let's see. Oh, gotta run. Ruby app 4000. So I'm running on port 3000. So for example, Duaric is my Twitter handle. Second word is Boston, and I know that you should return 2 because I made 1 tweet and then someone else retweeted it. So your words, Duaric and Boston, give index of 2 with score of 128. Here's the actual tweet, and here's by whatever is basically the Twitter handle of the person that this tweet belongs to. So if we go back to our, we can look at our views, our results view. Basically, post.first is the field of the first post, as you saw earlier in the database, and then we just basically return instance methods from our Twitter global variable from before. And we have a conditional here where it specifies if it's above 5,000 or below 5,000, it prints out different statements. So here you say try again, just because it's below 5,000. Here we have another condition where if basically the sample tweet is where it contains both words given by the user. If it's above 0, it will return the sample, which because it's a hash, you have to turn it into array and then sample. Grab the first index, which is the tweet, and then the index 0, which is the Twitter handle. And that's basically it.